Good morning. Here are developing stories. My name is Remy Allen. Today marks the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan. Muslims in Nigeria have joined their counterparts all over the world to commence the holy month as the Sultan of Sokoto and President of the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, NSCIA, Muhammad Sahad Abubakar, confirmed the sighting of the moon, marking the beginning of the holy month. The Sultan, in a post shared by the National Moon Sighting Committee in Nigeria on its Twitter handle, called on Muslims across the country to commence fasting today, Thursday, March 23, 2023. Consequently, today becomes the first day of Ramadan 1444 after Hijrah. As Nigeria concludes its 2023 general elections, the Sultan also called on Muslims to pray for the successes of the newly elected leaders in steering the affairs of the country. He also called on well-meaning individuals to support the vulnerable in the society during the month of Ramadan. And President Muhammadu Buhari has urged Muslims to use Ramadan season to project the best and finest virtues of Islam by personal conduct and not precepts. In a goodwill message to mark the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan, Buhari sent greetings and best wishes to the Muslim faithful as they commence 30 days of Ramadan fasting. He urged Muslims to use the opportunity to put the best teachings of Islam into practice, such as kindness and the love of humanity. President Buhari added that this is an important occasion in the spiritual life of Muslims, hence they must share food and drinks with the less fortunate because of sharing these blessings with others. Allah will reward all good deeds. The All Progressives Congress in Adamawa State has suspended Secretary to the government of the Federation, Bas Mustapha, for losing its polling unit to the People's Democratic Party at the presidential and governorship polls. Announcing the suspension at a press conference in Yola, chairman of Gwadabawa Ward said Mustafa was not committed to APC's victory at the presidential election. He stated that the indefinite suspension followed complaints from his ward, adding that no individual could be above the party that gave them platform. In a twist to the announcement of the indefinite suspension slammed on the SGF, the State Working Committee of the party, under the leadership of the acting chairman, Samaila Tadaos, declared the announcement as unconstitutional, null and void, and of no effect. The Adamawa State APC SWC also announced the directive on the Local Government Executive Committee of Yola North to constitute a disciplinary committee to immediately investigate and recommend appropriate action. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom says it is collating relevant information to take action against some individuals who engage in or incite electoral violence and other anti-democratic behaviors in the March 18 governorship and state assembly elections in Nigeria. In a statement, British High Commission said actions such as UK visa ban will be imposed on such individuals. The UK statement was released about 24 hours after the United States government threatened to take all available actions against those who undermined the just concluded elections in Nigeria. The National Population Commission has inaugurated Ondo State Census Publicity and Advocacy Committee to propagate census information to people of the 18 council areas of the state. Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, while inaugurating the committee at the Koko Conference Hall in Akure, charged members to sensitize the people of Ondo State on the processes and methodology for the conduct of the population and housing census. Osrc's Gbenga Oluwajana reports that the 2023 population and housing census will commence on the 2nd of May 2023.
The The inauguration of the Ondo State Census Publicity and Advocacy Committee became necessary to create a veritable platform to enlighten residents on the need to embrace the exercise for national development. The Federal Commissioner in charge of Ondo State, Diron Yoton, said the vision of the 2023 census is to produce accurate, reliable, and inclusive data that will be used for planning and critical program interventions.
All people selected for this assignment were meticulously chosen after perusing their resume to gauge their suitability for the assignment. So we should be able to harness these resources to generate a data that will be reliable, that will be acceptable to everybody, and that will be deployed for national development.
Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, who was represented by the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Mrs. Bamidele Olateju, said it will afford government at the state and federal levels to ascertain the exact demographic data of its citizens for adequate planning and development purposes.
We are here on behalf of the state to serve our people, to make sure the census is well done and that everyone counts and is counted. We have to go back and do what is required to make this a success.
For the Ondo State House of Assembly, it will utilize its full structure and personnel in the 18 local government areas to get the people involved to support the 2023 population and houses census.
This is one of the most important committees because we are saddled with the responsibility of advocacy, informing our people at the grassroots. A lot of people do not know that there's going to be census this year. A lot of the people in the internet. By doing that from the altar, from the mosque, it goes a long way to assist this committee and to assist government.
Whether you live in Okiaro, whether you live in Solo, whether you live anywhere, this is our project, this is our career project.
The advantages, political advantage, physical advantage, economic advantage, and even financial advantage.
I want to sincerely tell you that the Christian part of the state are fully ready to incorporate ourselves into the exercise.
Other agencies and heads of media organizations said all hands must be on deck to make the exercise a successful one.
Well, the state government has taken the right step by picking people who are professionals in the media industry to come and help them to sensitize the people and galvanize them to make this project a huge success.
They pledged their determination to reach every nook and cranny of the state for the overall gains of the exercise to be achieved. Members of the Ondo State Census Publicity and Advocacy Committee include the Chairman and Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Mrs. Bamidele Olateju, and has as its Secretary, Mrs. Odunayo Olubayode Binga Oluwajano, Osrc News.
Many thanks for watching. Good morning.